show is proudly brought to you by Audio Pub. Hello, Sir Nigel.
Colonel, we have been virused this morning with several technical problems.
Yes, as always. It wouldn't be the same show
if we didn't start with a technical virus in our vast computing network.
No.
But these are strange times.
Can you hear me okay with my mask?
I believe I can hear you.
Does this mask is fogging up my glasses, Sir Nigel. I don't know if I need it.
That is a technicality.
No kissing or hugging today, Sir Nigel.
So socially distanced. I saw the rules came out this morning. One person per 4 square metres.
Oh, really?
So I believe in Studio B here we can reach that rule.
Okay.
We perhaps need a more wide-angled camera in the future, and I'll sit down that end of the couch.
Yes, we've got a tight shot. It's very tight.
Well, tight for time too. So
I'm going to get rid of the mask. Oh, hang on, here we go.
No, you're stuck. You have to wear it under your chin.
Oh my God.
That looks really good fitting on your nose, mate.
Ah, there we go. I'm back.
Well, what's been in the news? What's going on? You open?
I have. I've written a song.
Okay.
Because I saw you were doing some songwriting.
I've started a thing. I want the Colonel. I want you to sponsor this thing.
Yes.
Is while we're all stuck inside, it's all about riffs.
Yes.
So it's hashtag viral riff.
This is my song is about coronavirus.
Have you got a viral riff? Well,
I've got a viral
extra
riff.
Points at the moment.
Do you want to? Are you ready?
Yes, please.
Would you like to hear it?
Let's hear it. Hashtag viral riff on Instagram, folks.
World first. This is. Are there any other songs about the coronavirus at the moment?
My corona.
You've taken it. My corona. What do you think? Do you like that?
That's never been done before, Colonel. Never been done before. No, I started this thing on socials. I've got a few mates who are players, and
got the dad joke out of the way. I feel much better.
At this point, a young lady called Sienna is completely trashed the rest of us with. She's very talented on the whole keys and synths and solos, and she made a music video.
Oh, what did she do?
That's it. Her viral riff. I'm playing like punk power chords, going, I like the way these sound together.
Yeah.
And she's created an entire 80s inspired freaking music video. So we're all going a bit humbled, but you know what? Each to their own. She's super talented. I'm moderately talented.
Yes, you are, sir. But
I did discover a fascinating musical fact. So is it? I know. What's our episode today, by the way?
It's number 126.
126. We're still in the great rock albums.
Yes, we
series,
are.
Aren't we? But I thought we'd do the news because everyone's tuned to the news, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
And the news. And I came across this factoid this week because viral riffs was a bit interesting for me. So I was thinking about riffs, and what do you know? Comes into my news story that we all owe Katy Perry an immense debt of gratitude.
Yikes.
How does that possibly happen for a bunch of rockers?
It's Armageddon.
So you were telling me about the case with Led Zeppelin and Stairway to Heaven a little while ago with a copyright infringement, those kind of things. Well, Katy Perry has got the precedent everyone needs. So she was prosecuted and found guilty of infringing the copyright in her song Dark Horse.
Oh.
So some vexatious Christian rapper monkey sued a bloke called Flame sued her because he said she'd
DJ
copied
Flame?
No, just Flame, the essence of his song,
like Madonna.
Joyful Noise.
Yeah.
So look this up on the internet, folks. Have a look at it. Right, so Christian rapper
Go and
Flame,
play Joyful Noise.
And it's about, he's going, no, it sounds the same. Unfortunately, and the jury were completely taken in. So what, modern American court systems, it's 12 people deciding who has the most expensive lawyer.
Yes.
So the jury were taken in, they didn't actually know their points of law, found Katy Perry guilty and ordered her to pay millions of dollars in reparations.
Wow.
So
she should be ordered to pay millions of dollars for crimes against music anyway.
No, she's got some great songs. She's got some great songs. So anyway, she appeals, and the appeal's done by an actual expert judge, right? And he just goes back through the court materials and goes, you know what? the defence, the prosecution. So the prosecution by Flame's lawyer, he gets a music expert in. Yes. He's actually basically explained that this isn't true. So he reviewed the evidence and went, actually, no. So here's from the court case.
Okay.
And I'm going to play you the offending riff, okay? Because I don't play riffs. Like, riffs have been it. So, but it's...
Oh, hang on, let me turn you on.
You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
You tell me if this inspires.
I'll tell you what that is.
What is that?
It doesn't sound like Flame to me. It sounds like... Michael Ray will know this. Sounds like the Stooges.
Wow, maybe the Stooges should have sued her.
Play it again. What is it?
You ready? C sharp, C, A flat. Oh, A sharp.
Oh, it's D. Right.
That's $1 million riff right there, because she won because the judge argued that no composer is entitled to monopolise the rhythm of 8 even quarter notes.
Ooh,
and that the natural progression of those notes is not unique, and is certainly not owned by the naughty boy Flame, and it cannot sound just similar to infringe. It must be identical.
Isn't Flame, though, directly related to Jesus?
Quite possibly he did have a
Doesn't that give
free
him a
ticket
free
from
pass?
Him. But I learnt a new phrase, which is ostinato.
Ooh, yes. What is it, Sir Nigel?
That's what the case was over an ostinato, which is a repeating pattern in a block of music.
Oh.
It may use the same notes,
yes,
but it is a repeating pattern, and that ostinato cannot be copyrighted. So,
woo.
That's my viral riff used for the day. Who's on? Anyone at home?
As long as she didn't sample it.
No, God, she didn't sample it.
You can do whatever you
want.
want.
It was just a really pathetic and vexatious copyright claim. That
exactly.
So good on you, Kate.
That's what I think about the Stairway to Heaven Zeppelin lawsuit as well. I just think, come on, that's ridiculous.
Yep.
We've got loads of people on today, and hopefully they can hear us and see us. Michael Ray is on. I've seen Michael wandering the streets lately, a little bit lost, but that's all right. Michael Webb is on. Hello, Michael Webb. Wash your hands. Yes. You know, I tried to get... We're open today if you're watching and you want to come down. I tried to get some hand sanitizer for the front door, but I went up to Coles and I couldn't get anything. Although I did turn up at 3:30 in the afternoon in the fruit section of Coles, and there were a bunch of people lining up. So naturally, I'm a follower, I'm not a leader, so I lined up.
Yeah, like a good Russian tradition.
Like, exactly.
It's a queue, you join it.
And passports, please. And I said to the lady in front of me, what are we lining up for? And she said, I think it's toilet paper.
It's TP for your bunghole.
So the German toilet paper, TP for your bumhole. And so I waited, and sure enough, a large man with a large trolley came out and said, one orderly line, please, and hey, you got your toilet ration, and away we went.
Very happy about that.
I'm very happy, as Alan would say. You spent half your bloody life on the toilet there.
Yep.
What about some milk?
Right, who's on and who's enjoying being stuck in learning and developing their own viral riffs?
Alan Leslie is on. He's coming in this afternoon for a show. He's used to being stuck at home in between jobs, so there's nothing.
If you want to buy his Gold Top Edwards, which is a stealth guitar, it's in the store right now.
Sold.
Oh, Lord, what?
Yeah.
You sold the SG too. How are we even supposed to do this show today?
I have to pull... I can't believe it, Nigel. I mean, the hardship I have to go through. I have to pull out this Les Paul. I just...
Yeah, I know.
You don't know what it's like. Now, Andrew McDonald is on, Mozzie. Les Paul Gibson, good morning, Les Paul. David Ray, sit further apart. Yes. Two guitar lengths is the correct distance, David Ray says. Les Paul Gibson.
Turn mine up to 11.
If Fender guitars are made in Corona, are they infected?
Oh my God.
They're infected with rock.
I've got a Corona
Oh.
A Corona.
I think it's going to be just a day of Corona jokes. I think Alan is bringing in some Corona beers, and of course we've got my Corona. Sorry, couldn't help it. I just I don't know why I thought that was so funny, but this morning I was like, "Ooh, you little pretty one, come and give me some my Corona." Anyway, I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, that was funny a week ago.
Chris Gould is on. Hello, Chris Gould. Tiana Lilly. I always get that wrong. Hello. And Alan Leslie, good morning. Now, Nigel. I'm getting confused.
Ostinatos, baby.
I have picked today my ultimate stranded island disc.
Okay, so because we're in the arc of great rock albums.
Man, I love it. And look, I love Bowie and the Beach Boys and all that sort of stuff. But if I had to take one album with me,
wow,
this would be the one.
This is the one.
This is right up the top. In my top 10. I love it. It's L.A. Woman by The Doors.
It is, and there's the cover up behind us here. It's looking pretty fantastic.
We've
with
got Jim, John, Robbie, and Ray.
I've enjoyed your choice with this, and I've chosen an appropriate guitar today because coming into the store is quite the novelty.
Yeah,
it's one of those. There's been 5 or 6 or 7 Hendrix replica guitars.
Yes.
And this is his replica from about that time. So Fender have remade this at the Corona factory.
Yeah.
And people are probably thinking, oh, Anthony's got the camera around the wrong way again. Actually,
what has he done this time?
This is the weirdest thing. It's got the headstock the wrong way around, but with the writing the right way around.
Right.
So the E string is epically long. Like you can probably make out from the screen there the amount of vibration that it is.
Oh wow! You've got the. If you do that, it's like the Ace Frehley power switch.
It's like it's massive. You can tell it's genuinely looser than a typical E string.
Well, the weird thing is, like I've always been a bit skeptical about all this sort of Hendrix stuff. I'm like, yeah, Hendrix, you can get any guitar and play Hendrix. And then I was trying to do a video with that the other day, and I was playing some Hendrix things, and pretty badly, to be honestly. But it sounds like Hendrix. It's just that setup of the longer low E string, and
it's a very odd thing.
Kind of cool.
And so I thought, well, that's very interesting because this is right from the time. This is, I think, a 71, 70, something like that.
That is a 68.
68.
It's the tech name for that is 68 reverse headstock Strat. So they had a bunch of Hendrix guitars come out, and there'd be one that went for like 6 months or a year, and then the Hendrix family would say, no, we don't like that, get rid of it, and then they'd reissue something without his name on it. And so that's basically what this is.
It's got a little bit of that famous poster of Jimi Hendrix in silhouette on the top here, maybe. I'm not entirely sure.
Like
tell you what, that's beautiful. The fretboard is artistically decorated, and it does have an artistically created cigarette burn in the headstock. So it's got all the things. So
this one has been played. There's been a few wacky adjustments to it. Speaking of adjustments,
sure.
So the previous owner has decided that he's going to clean the fretboard with some sort of wood finishing substance.
Oh yes.
And it's left a lovely stain all over it. So I think he probably did a little bit and then thought, better do the lot.
I thought it,
So he's gone for the lot.
I thought it was aged. It's nicely relicked. Weirdly, the whammy bar thing is at the bottom, which is an unusual part of the replica. They would normally be at the top.
That's true.
And dragging down, which makes them harder to play, of course.
Do you know that Stevie Ray Vaughan did that? Even though he was a right-hander, he liked the trem arm
up the top.
Yeah.
I guess it kind of puts you in a particular position on the board.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so like another 50 years basically, because this album was recorded in 1970.
1970, the last
released
one
in April 71. Yeah.
I watched a doco on that last night, and Ray Manzarek is always kind of like an old stoned hippie, and he all through the doco he's like, this was the last album that Jim was going to do. He knew he was going to go. He didn't know he was going to die, Ray. But it's a fitting farewell. It's one of the great final albums. And oddly enough, they were really only round about 4
Even though
years,
technically it wasn't their final album, because they put together weirdo compositions of bits and pieces the following year and the years after. So.
Well, they have a few albums out with no Jim Morrison.
Yeah,
so it's
through
just
to 73.
It's the trio. Yeah.
So what people have to remember is that The Doors is 1965 to 1970.
Yes.
5 unbelievable years of productivity, which is a sort of that maybe they got the Bowie disease and it's just 5 incredible years at the end of the 60s.
Great time.
And I think what's amazing about it is it's held up so well. This is a well-repeated record in my house because the Lovefish are just mad about The Doors.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
So they really think it's very, very cool. So
it stands up, and they just they were in the studio to record it. Paul Rothchild was their producer.
Yeah, longtime producer.
And he didn't like what they were doing, so he walked out. And then the engineer said, well, look, I'm not liking it much either. Do you want to go to your band rehearsal room and maybe we can just jam it? And they said, yeah, that's a good idea.
I've driven past this place.
Have you?
8514 Santa Monica Boulevard or something like that. It's a nonchalant looking pink building today next to a takeaway joint. And
wow. That's cool.
Yeah, wow, this album was made there in a tiny room, I think upstairs or down. Upstairs was the rehearsal room and downstairs was the desk, and
that's cool.
Limited number of tracks recorded, and
8-track, all on 8-track. The keyboard mostly plugged straight into the desk. How about that?
And I'd always thought, and this is interesting today, because we are Shooting the Strings a guitar show.
Yes.
I wouldn't have said the Doors were a guitar band. I mean, Manzarek founded it effectively with his brothers.
Yes.
And I just think of keys. So I'm going to be very intrigued to see what the guitar parts are today. Do you think you rate Robbie Krieger?
Yes, I do. Super high. Yeah, I love him. Yeah. He's got a sort of, it's really odd, and then it's not odd looking at where they come from.
Right.
Because California, close to Mexico.
Very much
so. You've got that sort of
it's a very
Spanish-y,
Latino city. Yeah, absolutely.
Latin flavour. So a lot of their songs, especially the Krieger-written ones, have a sort of flamenco Latin-y sort of flavour and a chord progression. Yeah.
It's very hard to hear underneath the stuff, so I'll be very intrigued to see. I am disappointed you sold that SG though, because I was really hoping to give that a go.
Well, I can tell you at the moment, Nigel, I'm not disappointed.
Yeah.
I had a grand total. Guess how many people came into the shop yesterday?
2.
No, lower.
Oh no, 1. None?
1 would have been good.
Right.
I would have even talked to you for a while if you came in yesterday. But
wow.
The streets are deserted.
Yeah, well, I'm expecting we get lockdown for a couple of weeks now, so people can still buy from the Colonel online.
Yeah,
it's all there. Colonel will do a demo for you of the guitar you want and ship it out to you.
I will. I'm not going anywhere. Shall we do a song?
We should, because these guys, they're huge, and people might not know that they were so huge. 100 million albums, Hall of Famers.
Wow. Okay.
And
I don't think they definitely didn't sell that much in their lifetime, did they? When they were there?
No, they've done 4 million.
I mean,
was it 4 million albums?
They're 5 years.
4 million albums and 8 million singles by the beginning of 1972.
Right.
So they have been pretty huge.
That's pretty good.
Let's do a song.
Let's do LA Woman.
The opening song.
And then we can talk about your LA Woman friend.
Yeah, it's my mate Michael Breeze. I shout out to you. This is his favourite song in the world.
Buddy. This is basically a jam. It's just a jam. So they brought in. I have a quiz question too.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Quiz question. When we come back, someone can answer it. Probably Michael Ray.
Yeah.
Who was the bass player that they brought into the session, and which artist was the bass player playing for?
Right. Well, of course they had keys, didn't they? So he played a really low bass keyboard, and they didn't use a bass player as a result. But
they got rid of it, and they brought in a bass player for this record, and they brought in a rhythm guitar player as well, so Robbie could do his licks.
His mad licks.
His licks. All right, let's have a look at LA Woman.
Okay.
If you break it down very simply, and we're just going to do the simple rhythm parts, it's just an A7 chord.
And really with a flamenco-y feel?
Yeah, a little bit. It's not... That's it.
Okay, where does it go from there?
Goes to G.
Oh, it
Correct,
does.
sir.
City lights, city lights, city lights.
Woo! Come on.
Okay. Any other chords? Because I'm loving it so far. Only 2.
2 chords. The only change, they go to A and G a little bit quicker.
Okay.
Which you could almost do.
Oh wow.
So I'm just playing an A.
Did he play down here, or was he a power chord man?
No, he played everywhere. A lot of riffs. No. What is that? I can't remember it now. But a lot of his riffs are down in open position. Right. So I was trying to think of "Love Me 2 Times." What is it? That's it.
I've had a big LA week. So I was listening to Steve Jones's episode.
I love
where he had John Lydon on.
Oh right. I haven't listened to that.
Brilliant episode. But we'll talk about that because that maybe is a sneak into what my next album is. So
ooh, there's a hint. All right, folks. We're going to do LA Woman.
So we're in 1970. I've got the right guitar. The Colonel's got the right guitar. LA Woman.
If the theory is correct, we should be right.
Yep.
Ooh, that's scary. Wait for the rhythm guitar player to come in.
They did all these weird sound effects, didn't they?
You know, that's
the Riders on
that's
Storms.
Just mostly his SG. He gets a slide and goes.
There's a bass. That's a rockin' bass. beautiful.
Go to C and D. Maybe. A. Oh, D, sorry. Now A. These songs are epic, Colonel, but they're also epically long, which makes them unsuited to. And we lost all of our guests online. Jim, have you brought more guests or less guests? I got a few. Ben McGeorge, Michael Ray. Michael Ray.
Yep.
I think he was there.
It's quite possible.
Because he knows all the answers. It was Jerry Scheff.
Woohoo!
SCHEFF, who played with Elvis.
Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley's
He
bass
probably
player.
knew. He probably had great rhythm, would be my guess then.
Yeah. Elvis was sitting.
Wow, the rhythms on that was super cool.
Very cool.
Very, very evocative. Very, very cool. So, I mean, yeah, like this. What an era for music. What an incredible era for music. And
I always
album.
go back to that.
I would. The thing is, like, great album. But if there was a band I wouldn't want to be in, it would have been the Doors.
Yeah.
They're just,
it was a bit.
like, Jim was so a drunken, drug-taking, genius maniac, terrible to go on stage with.
Yeah.
Like, the 67, 68, 69, 70, like, it all begins on the Ed Sullivan Show.
Yeah.
When they refused to change the lick and the words to "Girl, you couldn't get much higher."
Yes.
And the controversy just piles on from that point.
Yes, it does.
Arrests for lascivious behaviour with women behind the stage. He got pepper sprayed at that gig. He taunted the cops.
This is almost like, it sounds very similar to the gig I did at my daughter's kindy this week. But we can talk about that another time. Yeah.
Ultimately, they finally get an album in the can in 1968 after a huge amount of public ruckus at events and just enjoying the benefits of that, and they get sued by the Kinks.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
What for?
Well, see if you can spot this thing. Okay. So, 68, Waiting for the Sun. Hello, I love you, please don't ba 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 ba.
Oh, that's
Exactly.
Hello.
So, like, these guys must have spent a fortune on lawyers. Sued by the Kinks. He's now 69, after coming back from Europe, does the famous, what's it called? Like the gig in Florida.
Oh.
They are hammered.
Yeah.
He's late. He's got a sheep on stage. Like, easy on the Kiwi jokes, everyone. And
why do New Zealand farmers herd
in a massive... I'm not even going to entertain that bullshit. No, in a massive absolute hysteria and extreme conservatism from the Florida audience.
Yes.
He allegedly exposes himself.
He does.
Allegedly.
Well,
but the ironic thing is most of the witnesses at the trial are police.
Yeah.
And there are 0 photographs produced of anything. So there's photographs of the stage, there's no dick pics. As a result of that case,
ladies and gentlemen,
and his reputation, they miss Woodstock.
Oh, so they were scheduled to play.
They were not invited.
Oh,
they're just going, you know what? We've got enough trouble with Jimi Hendrix, the Who.
Yeah,
we do not need the Doors.
This dude.
So and allegedly Jim was frightened of the big stage and the outdoors and all those kind of things, but not invited. They go to Isle of Wight instead.
Yes. Yeah.
Producing a great show.
Yeah. I love that.
Show with a number of the people who were there.
He's looking a bit worse for wear there.
And then back to hear the result of the trial, which is 6 months in jail and a $500 fine, which is going to cut into 1969 and 1970s recording time, really.
Yes.
So just like Katy Perry, they appeal.
Yes.
And ultimately,
never thought I'd hear those two.
The appeal was never heard.
Oh.
Because they go on.
Did they? So after Miami, did they do any live shows again?
Very, very few. And this album is a result of the live shows being so terrible.
Oh.
Because they go on the road and Ray's just going, you know what? They were in Louisiana and it's just an appalling mess. Pulls them from the road and says, studio boys, we're going to record because we just can no longer play live. And to be fair, Jim Morrison quit the band at the end of 68.
Right.
Going, I'm out, I'm done with this bullshit.
Wow.
And Ray Manzarek persuades him to stay, and thank goodness for all of us, because we would never have got this bluesy, stunning, very live sounding album. I think
very cool.
Probably better than seeing them live, to be honest.
Bit of jazz in there too. Jeff Lee, hello Jeff. He's got a fact check for us.
Okay, cool.
Are you ready? Jeff's fact check. Doors' first album came out in 1967. I thought it was 66.
I'm swapping my 68 Corona Fender upside down, very period correct.
Yes.
I'm playing this before you sell the damn thing, Colonel, because I did not get a chance to play your Nocaster.
Ooh, I like the Nocaster.
Boom, look at that.
She is a beaut.
I've nabbed it. They never played anything like this.
That. I have a. The comment you were trying to. Why can't I like that?
Yeah.
No, there we go. Okay, it's not letting me like comments.
Just like
it's not letting me like your comment, Jeff.
I'm going to win the game on degrees of separation, though. For like how many leaps between you and a member of the Doors? What do you reckon?
Well, not many, Nigel, because Jim Morrison. Hello. Jim Morrison was my father. He's currently a sheep farmer in New Zealand. Do you know that's a legit rumour? The sheep farmer in New Zealand thing. That was many years ago.
And that'll be the Florida connection because he took a damn sheep on stage. But
right. Yes, of course. Of course.
Yeah,
easy
and look,
connection.
and as we all know, the tragedy of it was that they get this album down at the end of 1970 in a very short time in this tiny studio in LA. And Jim goes, well, I'm done. I'm going to France. I'm out. And during the mastering, he goes away. It's released in April. And he dies in June or July that year. Yeah, you know, in a bathtub in Paris.
I've been to his grave site in Paris. I have.
It's
very cold
where all the
day.
poets are buried, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So Oscar Wilde and the famous French singer, the Little Bird was her thing. I've forgotten her name, but she's there. But his gravesite. So I went there on a very cold day. It was absolutely freezing. So there weren't a lot of people in it.
It's got a great quote on it, hasn't it?
Well, they used to have a statue of his head on the top of the grave, but there was so much graffiti and people tried to steal it, so they got rid of it. So now it's just a straight plot.
Right.
But it's sandwiched between like 4 or 5 other grave sites.
Sure, I mean,
so
it's pretty compact there in Paris.
Super compact. So when they did it, the grave digger must have said, look, this is really all I've got. We're going to bury him straight up and down. So it's so tiny. But
all right, well, so today we are playing number 364 of the Rolling Stones 500 Greatest Albums.
Wow.
This is Anthony's Desert Island disc.
Man, I thought that would have been much higher. You know...
Girl, you couldn't get much higher.
Hello. We should have a little ding every time we have a Morrison quote.
What is your favourite Doors song?
That's a good one.
Because my disappointment is it's not on this album, my personal favourite.
Oh, what's yours?
Riders of the Storm.
Hold on a second, Nigel. I've got something for you. Are you ready? Apart from Jim Morrison being my dad, Riders on the Storm is on this album.
What?
Yes. Yes, it is.
I'm thinking of the wrong song then. It starts with R, it's called Roadhouse Blues.
Oh!
Yeah. So because I'm an idiot, no, it's the previous one. Riders of the Storm is number 2 for me, but Roadhouse Blues.
Roadhouse Blues. That's on Morrison Hotel. That's a great track. That's a great track as well.
That was a difficult album to record as well.
I was reading an article by Jimmy Page, an interview with him years and years ago, about the Doors. They played with the Doors on a bill in the US. This is early days, and it was their early days, Zeppelin early days, but later for the Doors. And he said, he'd heard all these great stories about this charismatic front man, and I've got my own front man, but is he going to be as good as this guy? So they went and sat in the audience and watched as this overweight, drunk, bearded guy came out, didn't move around the stage, just held the mic, sang a few songs and went off, and he thought, well, no, I've got you now. So
they didn't.
Sad story.
Doors didn't think much of Zep.
No, there you are.
But Hall of Fame. I only really discovered them in the early 90s with that crazy film with Val Kilmer in it.
Yep.
I'm embarrassed
I think that might be the 80s.
I was not an authentic Doors Day One fan. It was this, I forget what that was called, the Doors maybe.
It was just the Doors with Val Kilmer. You see that, I don't have my second camera working ever, but up on the window ledge there, you'll see the Doors.
Oh, wow, what's that?
That's a box set of the Doors on vinyl. So I have every single, here in the shop, every single Doors record on vinyl, which I bought. There was a big resurgence of 60s music in the mid-80s. Because the music in the mid-80s was mostly pretty awful. Sorry, folks, but it was.
Well, it was, and we're going to do the 80s at some stage as punishment.
Oh, yeah. Punishment for me. Let's do Riders on the Storm.
Let's do Riders on the Storm, because it's the last song on the album. It's the last. We've run out of time.
I know.
When's your lesson turning up? 10 o'clock?
I don't know. He might. I don't know if anyone's going to turn up today.
Join in.
Yeah. Let's have a look.
Riders on the Storm. Now, who wrote this?
It was a jam of the band.
Yes, it is.
But it's based on an old cowboy song, I think, called Ghost Riders or something.
Exactly, which is voted the greatest country song of all time.
Is that right?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that. There you go.
And lots of people have had a crack at producing this song. But what's lovely about this is they're all credited on the song.
Oh, that's cool. So, it's very cool. It's a very cool sounding thing.
The production is incredible. You need headphones on.
Yes.
And I'd love to know how to play this, Colonel. So
let's have a look. I'm just going to do the basic rhythm for it. We're not going to do all the chops and different things. But essentially, it's just an E minor to...
Whoa.
Excuse me.
That'll be the phone, Colonel.
It's 10:01. How dare you, sir?
Come on, give us a break. We were 20 minutes late.
It's E minor.
So an E minor on the fifth string.
7th. That's it. To an A major. You could do it down here if you want. That's it. So it's, so the change is quite quick. So it's You got to think. Yeah, you got to think Latin change. Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm. Then it's an A minor into this B minor. It might be a 7. C major to D. Then back to, yep, that's it. Then back to the E minor. To this railway throne. A minor to A. Like a D. D, C.
Oh, the timing's wicked, isn't it?
Cool.
You can just
and then
hear
E
it.
minor to A.
Hey, there's the Geordie Shredder coming to the store. And Will for his 10 o'clock lesson.
Now the world has gone to hell. Everyone's here. We got the door open today. Normally I have it closed, and we have a like a capsicum spray system that if we don't like you, I push the button and you get sprayed in the face. But today,
poor old Jim got, that was his first run-in with the police.
Was he? He got the capsicum spray.
Capsicum sprayed whilst in a lascivious moment with a girl in the showers out the back of the stage. And it all went downhill from there, folks.
Hate it when that happens. Okay, so it's really just 3 parts.
Okay.
Well, you got E minor to A. Then A minor, B minor, C, D, E minor to A, D, E minor to A. Yeah, so after you go back, after you come out of any part, you go back to the straight to the E minor.
Yeah,
so it's
to the root.
Into this house we're born, into this world we're thrown. D, like a dog without a bone, and an actor out of E minor. Yeah.
Okay. It's a long song, Colonel, and we are 5 minutes
over. Oh my
over.
God. All right, Mark Teague's joined. He's got his chicken and whiskey.
Yeah.
We've got another phone call coming in. We're going to do this song.
Let's play this one and play it out, a tribute to 50 years ago.
Bye, everyone.
That phone call's like the rain falling on the roof at the beginning of the song.
Oh.
And cut us out when we reach a fashionable part.
Yes, I will.
So thanks, everyone.
If you have called, I'll call you back in just a moment.
I got the guitar winning today.
Oh.
Yep.
Promo shot.
I got definitely... Ooh. Right. Don't disrespect Ray here.
Very rainy.
Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm. Into this house we're born. Into this world we're thrown. Like a dog without a bone, and actor out alone. Riders on the storm. There's a killer on the road. His brain is squirming like a toad. Take a long holiday. Let your children play. If you give this man a ride, sweet
Goodbye, Jim.
Farewell, Jim. Farewell,
Farewell,
everyone.
Jim, and farewell, everyone.
Take care, everyone. Viral riffs. Hashtag viral riff on your Instagram. Tag the Colonel. Let's see what everyone's got.
Yeah. Send in your Corona pictures too.
Yes.
With like a Corona beer. We'll be back this afternoon. Corona jokes. Alan,
I wore my "Come On Baby Light My Fire" shirt today.
Oh,
I am one crisis behind, folks. This has just arrived. It's my amazing
your old hat, Nigel.
fire
With
crisis.
the latest crisis.
Fire crisis.
Alan's here early, so that means he's starting early. Which this afternoon.
And you need to get Will in the seat and take some money from him.
We got to do it. We're out of here, folks.
Thank you
Thanks
all.
for tuning in.
Ciao.
Good to have a show going. Bye.